be right with you. Let me finish writing this. Awesome, come on in. Seeing this is your first day on Radio Watch, I'm going to have to go over everything. I'm going to go ahead and stay the whole shift or close to the whole shift with you until you feel comfortable. You've done Fire Watch, you've gotten that down great. You've done some perimeter security, you're doing great on that. Now we're going to work you into the Radio Watch. Radio Watch is probably the hardest job because you have so many things to do. I think it's the best because time goes so quickly. Plus you get to monitor the radios and you hear a lot of information. So this job has a lot of lists, a lot of things you got to check off, making sure you do everything because things change. Every shift something's changing, things to do. Well, you did great. You came early. You're a good 10 minutes early, so that's a requirement. Be here 10 minutes early so you can get briefed by the person you're relieving and they can go over anything or any special instructions for your shift. Uniform, as you can see, and you are in right uniform. Your combat uniform is a uniform because in a split second you might be leaving, you might be doing something and you don't have time to change. So this is a required uniform. Also, full battle rattle. I think you brought everything. This is mine. Full battle rattle. Everything you need to be combat effective in one split second you got to have with you. And it looks like you have everything, so you're doing good off the start. Let's see. Oh, there's so many things to go over. Let's go over the board over here. This is the board. Always at the top is the challenge and password. Rock slide and gas grill. Very important for the guards to know this. And when they come on duty, they're going to come in here and check that out. Also, we will be communicating with the 3 retreats in our area. So, this will change every day. Then the 3 retreats will be listed here and the hours that will need to be contacted or a radio check. And this is just a very, very brief radio check. This will be the frequency. This will be on MERS 4 for Tim's retreat. The farm will be Marine 63 and Mark's retreat will be Marine 67. So make sure you do that. If your shift falls in any of these times, make sure you do that radio check. Also, any special instructions will be on this board. Wake up the cooks at 5:30. Very important if you want hot chow in the morning. Also, the patrol. Tonight we're sending out 1 patrol, and it will be from 2330 to 0200. And the route will be zebra route minus the waterfalls. This is the patrol routes. Every route will be in here, so you will know exactly where they're going, so you can battle track them. They will probably not do too much communicating over the radios. But they will communicate when they get back to make sure we have a good contact coming back in so we don't have any friendly fires. Yellow Rose and Pizza Hut. And I'll show you how that works. This radio, and everything's labeled because we've had mistakes. We've actually called the neighbors when we thought we were calling the perimeter. And they don't like getting woke up in the morning because if they get a call, it's probably something serious. So we went ahead and labeled everything because at 2 or 3 in the morning you get a little confused. All right, this one, outside of perimeter. The patrol carries a similar radio with them, and there is a wire, and this wire is about 150 yards due north of this position outside the perimeter. So when they get done with their patrol, before they come into our perimeter, they will connect their radio. It takes them 1 second, and they will make contact. No other radios attached to this, so if someone finds that wire, they can't listen to anything. They can only really make contact with this. So Yellow Rose, they will call you and say, Yellow Rose, Yellow Rose. You will answer by Pizza Hut. If they immediately start talking and do not give you the password, you will know they've been compromised and something is wrong. So treat accordingly. Now, when you first come on shift, as soon as you read over, do ahead and do a perimeter check. You will contact all of the positions. You will check the map. Now we have 9 regular stationary positions, but we only man 3 or 4 stationary positions every night, and sometimes during that these change, and the sergeant of guard will make these changes. So this is perimeter. This one is the neighbors. The 2 neighbors have a field phone. When we contact one, it actually will ring in both places. So you might have 2 people picking up, and then you'll just have to either tell both of them if it's a joint message or just talk to the individual person. So, a lot of things. You're probably getting overwhelmed right now. Probably another important thing is this bag. We call this the talk, and this is where we coordinate everything. You know that, but say we have to leave this place, and then we're going to call it the tack. This bag has everything we need, every type of radio, batteries. If we have maps to battle track. If we have to leave in a hurry, grab this bag. This bag has an inventory list, 2 times a day. At 8 in the morning and 8 at night. If you're on that shift, you need to inventory, check the batteries, make sure everything's okay. In an emergency, grab this bag if we're going to leave this site, and we'll be able to communicate. Now, a lot of things for you to do. Let's say you have downtime. Everything's going good. We got the ham, we got CBs, we got all kinds of other radios. When you have nothing to do, go ahead and turn on a radio and monitor it. Find who's talking. This is the CB one. Anything you hear, write it down. Write the time, write the channel, anything we can get information. And we have one for the ham, and then the green one's for the MERS, family radio, GMRSs, marine, AM, FM, and shortwave. So, you know, sometimes you hear nice things. You can find out what's going on. Under no circumstances, without approval from the tactical coordinator or the sergeant of the guard, are you to talk to anyone on these channels. Just listen. It's a security problem. We do not want to put a signature out there. So you can listen, document, but never talk. I know you're getting overwhelmed right now. Don't worry. I'm going to be here the whole shift with you. After a few days, you'll come to enjoy this. It's not that hard. Now, we have 2 pumps outside. You know where they are, and you know there's zone 1, 2, and 3. If we have a fire on the property, they're going to call in fire, fire, fire. Grab your radio set, and they will tell you what zone they need water at. This is very important. So you are in charge of turning the pump on. Now you know there's 2 pumps. We only need the one run. The other one's the backup. You're going to have to manually valve off to send the water to zone 1, 2, or 3. Very important. So if you have to do that, grab your radio so you can continue talking to them. Very important. All right, the good parts. This job has pretty much unlimited coffee. Well, we're getting pretty low on coffee, but you got coffee and you got tea. The cooks will make sure you have everything you need for the evening shifts. So that's very important. There's so much more. Let's see. Now you know we have our one rover. We have a sergeant of our guard. The sergeant of the guard is totally in charge. So listen to what he says, and if he needs to deviate anything, just go with the flow. I mean, that pretty much sums it up. Let's go ahead and let's walk out there, and let's hypothetically say they wanted zone 2 water. Let's see if we can do that. So grab your radio, and let's go.